Fashionable,
flirtatious, and bright. Introducing Fab Life. It's all about making a life more fun and beautiful.
Fab Life, premiering September 14th on KMIR.
Need some extra cash? Do you have some pieces of unwanted jewelry lying around? Don't let it sit any longer. Take it to Ed's Coins and exchange it for cash. From foreign coins to gold and silver coins and bars, Rolex watches, diamonds, jewelry, and more. Safe, easy, friendly, and top dollar paid for your valuable. Bring your unwanted collectibles, coins, and jewelry for cash today. We also will come to your location of choice. Ed's Coins, the dealer you can trust.
I'm attorney David Justin Lynch. If your workers' compensation attorney is just sitting on your case and just flicks you away, call me. You're entitled to change attorneys at any time for any reason or no reason. Our paperless office means you don't have to wait for us to find a file to talk to you about your case. In my office, attorneys talk directly to clients. We don't hide behind secretaries. We're attorneys who kick butt.
Hello, I'm Patrick Harkins, and this is Consign Design, and we'd like to welcome you to our showroom. If you're looking for furniture, art, or accessories, you need to come down and check us out because things are moving fast. Wow!
Your garage door, if not properly serviced, can be extremely dangerous. That's why at Hanson Door Service, we make it easy to be safe and responsible with our signature 44-point garage door tune-up for only $69.95. Don't take your garage door for granted. Schedule your yearly garage door tune-up today. And for a limited time, we'll throw in a $25 gift certificate to Dickey's Barbecue in Palm Springs, serving authentic Texas barbecue. Hanson Garage Door Service, the quality choice for all your garage door needs.
I'm Ginger Jeffries. I made a switch to KMIR News. Join me this fall.
Are you the victim of a scam? Go to judgejudy.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Go ahead. I did not know he didn't have a driver's license. The minute I had gotten struck by the car, he told me to jump in the driver's seat because his license was suspended.
Okay.
He would have never been driven my car if I knew that.
If you never put your hands on me that day, we wouldn't have gotten an accident.
Okay. Well, this is your defense.
What?
To this whole action. You're saying that the accident was actually her fault.
She caused the accident.
Tell me how that happened.
We was pulling into the bank. She was mad at me about something about on Facebook.
Well, tell me what she said to you and what you said to her.
She reached over and slapped me across my face. I did not see the car coming through the third lane, and we got hit.
Your Honor, that is, that did not happen.
Just a second. Listen, I'm going to make this very, very easy for myself because I'm getting old, and I don't like confrontation. I'm going to find, Mr. Merrill, that the first payment that you made to her of $250 was a payment towards paying for the deductible so that she could get her car fixed.
That's not true.
So you owe her $750. Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pardon the excuse. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
For many years, she let you stay there rent-free.
Yes, ma'am.
In exchange for being nice. Now you're suing her.
I didn't go like that.
Well, it went like that in my mind.
Judge Judy.
The defendant is crazy.
She's a liar, a bold-faced liar.
And made up a complete story.
She knew I didn't have a driver's license.
Never slapped him.
She did not slap me in the face that day.
He was not paying attention to the road.
The accident would never happen.
I never touched him.
It's over with.
I'm happy with Judge Judy's decision.
Now to drive without a license.
A big day for firefighters. We're going to let you know how progress is going on the Anza wildfire.
Water conservation efforts are really paying off. How one local district went well beyond the required cutbacks.
And a big break in a crime investigation. Who is now under arrest for some home robberies and more.
KMIR News at 5 starts now.
Good evening. This is KMIR News at 5, also streaming live on KMIR.com. I'm Janet Zapala.
And I'm Gino Lamont.
And firefighters now gaining the upper hand on the wildfire in Anza. Highway 74 now back open, and residents in the area are returning to their homes. Our Kitty Alvarado live tonight in Anza with the very latest. Kitty.
Well, Gino, Janet, this fire is a totally different story today, and residents can rest a little easier tonight because firefighters worked day and night and made huge progress on this fire. Take a look behind me. You can see where the fire burned, and you can also see firefighters have almost cut line all the way around that fire. You can also see remnants of fire retardant that stopped the forward spread of that fire. You can't even see flames anymore. Firefighters are calling the Anza fire 50% contained. Aircraft made a huge difference in this firefight, and so did last week's rains that kept the soil and fuels moist. Now, Monday afternoon, a motorhome caught fire, sparking the blaze, but firefighter aircraft was dispatched very quickly. But at the height of the fire, 5 helicopters, 5 air tankers battled that blaze overhead, and almost 500 firefighters on the ground. Today, all of the fixed-wing aircraft has been reassigned to other fires in the state, but all firefighters remain here, making sure those hot spots don't reignite. Also, a couple firefighters have been making trips throughout the day with water drops. We spoke with residents who were prepared to flee their homes, but tonight they're grateful firefighters stopped the blaze.
I feel blessed that the vehicle that caught fire, it could have pulled over anywhere, and we were just a few minutes from where it pulled over. And it had pulled over sooner, we would have been in a lot of trouble. And you wonder, you know, what if?
Incredibly relieved. The firefighters were awesome. There were probably 5 or 6 planes fighting the fires all afternoon, and at some points it seemed as though it was getting markedly improved, but other times you could see more heavy smoke. But by the time sunset came around, the fire seemed like it was under control.
The motorist who suffered burns, who was at motorhome that started the blaze, did suffer burns to 3% of their body. We're not sure of their condition tonight, but we have good news on the 4 firefighters who were injured. They were released from the hospital. We're told they can return to duty tomorrow. Now, if you don't call that heroic, we don't know what you call heroic, so that's very good news. Also, firefighters will stay here probably until Friday to make sure none of those hot spots reignite because the winds have been very erratic. Live in Anza, Kitty Alvarado, KMIR News.
Thank you, Kitty. And for this late look at how the winds are doing, we go to our meteorologist, Jeff Fox.
Yeah, the good news is, as you can see from overhead, the winds have not made the smoke come into the Coachella Valley today. Most of the day we have had them moving the smoke away from us. And the other bit of good news that we have is that the humidity is going to be rising over the next few days. So I know the firefighters have gotten ahead of this. This will help even more, and hopefully that fire will be totally out within the next day or so. Hey guys, one thing before I get to tomorrow's weather, and that is tonight we have a meteor shower that's visible through the Coachella Valley. This is the orbit of the Earth. The Earth is blue here. Here's where we are in November, February, May, and now. And as our orbit goes in August, we go through the orbit of a comet. It's called the Comet Swift-Tuttle. Now, it's nowhere nearby, but when the comet is through, it leaves little bits of debris, and they will be slamming into the Earth tonight at about 130,000 miles per hour. They're tiny. They're no threat. They burn up in the upper atmosphere. But if you go out around your house, let your eyes adjust to the dark later tonight, and just look up, you'll probably be able to see between 25 and 50 shooting stars an hour, and it is very cool. You need no equipment. Just lay down on the sand or on your grass and stay away from scorpions and look up, and they'll be there for you. Sunny skies tomorrow. Humidity starting to come up. Now, this next bout is not going to be the worst of the humidity we've gotten this summer, but certainly it's a step up from where we've been. 83 at 7, noontime 100, 106 at 5 o'clock. Got the rest of the extended forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
And in our continuing California drought coverage, Coachella Valley residents are indeed doing their share and cutting back on water use. KMIR News reporter Carlos Herrera joins us now in the newsroom with the very latest on conservation efforts. Carlos.
Well, Gino, this is very good news for the Coachella Valley and the state of California. The state is requiring the Coachella Valley Water District to reduce overall residential water use by 36% each month. Customers were asked to limit water use to reach that goal. Last month's results showed customers are more than willing to cooperate.
Down from shower every day to twice a week.
Routed the water back to individual plants, and we're letting the grass die in our backyard.
I do what I can not to keep the tap on too long.
Whether it was by taking faster or fewer showers or removing lawns, last month Coachella Valley Water District customers did an impressive job in saving water. Customers used 41% less water in July compared to last year. That's 20% better than last month. Initially, CVWD asked customers to reduce water use to 36%. The response exceeded expectations.
A real responsiveness and a sense of responsibility that our customers have about their water use.
One of the factors of the success, the turf rebate program.
And the big water savings is turf conversion. So we pay our customers $1 per square foot of turf that they remove from their home, and that's up to $1,000 or 1,000 square feet of turf.
CVWD hopes customers maintain their aggressiveness by continuing to conserve water. District officials say 41% is a great start, but it's too early in the program to stop conserving. To keep the high percentages, district officials say they will continue giving incentives. As for the long-term goals,
eliminate the overdraft, and we are making real gains towards eliminating the overdraft, in particular in the eastern Coachella Valley.
The Coachella Valley Water District is taking water use restrictions very seriously. Customers who violate the restrictions can be liable for fines on their bill. Those fines can be as high as $200. Live in the newsroom, Carlos Herrera, KMIR News.
All right, Carlos, thank you. Well, 2 people under arrest tonight after a raid near Desert Hot Springs. Investigators say the 2 men had stolen property, drugs, and weapons inside the home on the 66,000 block of 2nd Street. That's just outside Desert Hot Springs. The investigation actually began back in May after a home break-in. Now, in addition to the drugs, guns, and stolen items, Riverside County deputies say they also found personal information belonging to some of the victims. Well, a growing number of marijuana dispensaries are popping up in Palm Springs, but the question is, are they all legal? Websites show dozens of places in the city where marijuana is available, but only a handful are actually registered with the city. So, how do they continue to operate? We'll take a closer look, and we'll also have a full investigation coming up tonight on your KMIR News at 6. And people at Martha's Village and Kitchen got a bit of a treat today. A mariachi band stopped by to perform. It was all part of the Community Arts project sponsored by the McCallum Theater. And the goal is to bring artistic performances to disadvantaged communities. And that's why they chose to visit the Homeless Services Center in Indio.
Today is exciting. It's just something, arts and culture to show to the homeless community, to broaden their aspects in life and show them, different part of life and hopefully inspire them. We're giving away free books, so it's always awesome.
And the project actually was funded with a $600,000 grant.